you're thinking of moving to Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, in today's video, we're going to take a look at the values. So as I do these vlog videos and these map tours, I'm sharing the median home prices for the different cities throughout the different counties. And so what I wanted to do is give you an update with Salt Lake County. What do those values look like right now as we compare city to city? What have those values done over the past year? What are they doing over the past month? And so I'm going to update you on the values for Salt Lake County, and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, and if you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, as well as the surrounding areas, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hi, my name's Steve Gilbert. I'm with eXp Realty, and my team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help with making their move to Salt Lake City, Utah, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information is in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. So as I mentioned, we're going to be taking a look at the values in Salt Lake County, city by city, to give you an update as far as what's happening right now in Salt Lake County. And so let's get right to it. Well, here's a look at Salt Lake County. This is what we're covering today in today's value update. The area outlined in red, that is Salt Lake County, and it's basically going to encompass this area right here. You can see we've got the Wasatch Mountains that run north and south along Salt Lake County, all the way north through Davis County, south through Utah County, the Oquirrh Mountains, which will be directly to the west, with the Valley of Tooele over here to the west as well. So this is the area right here. X marks the spot for Salt Lake County. Let's jump in here and start looking at these values. So we're going to start on the north end of Salt Lake County here. As I zoom in, I'm just going to cover, this is really broken down by zip code. This data is coming from Zillow, and so they're pulling the data per zip code. And so some of the cities do somewhat overlap. It's not the exact city specific, but it's pretty close to give you a good idea. So this area on the north here, this is the Rose Park area. $430,000 is our median home price. Going to see here that as we come over to the Capitol Hill and the Avenues area, we see a significant increase in values, $715,000. And that's going to be very typical east versus west, especially up here in the northern part of Salt Lake County. Other parts of Salt Lake, $453,000. This one here at $421,000. As we continue to head a little bit further east, now we're a little over $500,000 right here. Now this area that I'm at right here of $674,000, this is going to be the Harvard Yale area. This is a very prestigious area in the Salt Lake area. A lot of these old homes have been completely renovated. They're beautiful, they're immaculate. You've got a lot of mature trees, beautiful streets with tree-lined streets in this area. Just south of this is going to be our Sugar House area and into the Mill Creek area. $559,000 is our median home price right here. So on your Mill Creek itself, also labeled as Salt Lake City, that's $434,000. As we come over west, now we're hitting the West Valley area, but we have a value of $413,000. Continue further west into West Valley, $437,000. As we continue further west into the West Valley area, $463,000. And so if you watched my West Valley map tour and my vlog tour, you would have noticed that as we went further west in the city of West Valley City, that our values increased. So it was actually opposite from what we can see on the east side there. And then coming over to the Magnet area, $413,000 is our median home price. And so as I go throughout the different vlog tours, the different map tours, as I'm giving the values, especially on those map tours, where I'm giving you that median home price, that's always changing month after month. And so this video is going to give you the most current, up-to-date, apples to apples, comparing city to city. Now we are on the north end of the Salt Lake County area right now. We are looking north of the south end of the I-215 belt route. So as we come down here to areas like Kearns, here's our median home value of $427,000. We come over to the Taylorsville area, $494,000. Now I want to show you what happens with our year-over-year growth. So this is looking back a year and saying, hey, what have those values done? in the past 12 months. And so this is all coming from Zillow, keep in mind. So we're going to find this area up here in Rose Park where those values have gone down by 1.5%. As we come over to that Capitol Hill, the Avenues area in Salt Lake, negative 2.3%. Coming down here into that Harvard Yale area, we've seen a negative 2.2%. Coming down to that Mill Creek, negative 3.5%. And then this Mill Creek area right here directly east of I-15, negative 4.6%. Looking over here at West Valley, we're going to see the same theme. So a negative 2% to a negative 3.6%, depending what part of West Valley that you're in. The Kearns area has had a negative 2.7% value decrease as well. And so keep in mind, these are all pretty consistent. They're all floating around that, 2 to 3%. There are some areas like this area in Salt Lake that has a negative 6.3% drop. This one here in Mill Creek, slightly higher than that average as well. And so let's go back to the home value, and we're going to look at the southern part of the Salt Lake County area right now. So I'm going to move this map up here. You can see here that this area in Kearns, that was the north end of the map that we looked at before. And so looking at the home values, as we start over here, this is going to be West Jordan, and the city of West Jordan is going to have a few different zip codes. If you watched my new construction video for the West Jordan area, this is the main area that I was located in. The west side has the far majority of the growth in West Jordan City. We're out here by Bacchus Highway. You can have some of these neighborhoods with the Oquirrh Mountains right there in your backyard. And so our median home price in this area, $543,000. When we hit the north side of West Jordan, we're at $477,000, and the southern part of West Jordan, we're at $536,000. And so this southern part is going to be bordering the city of South Jordan. As we move over to the Midvale area, $457,000 is our current value. And now we're going to hit areas like Sandy, and we have a few different zip codes in Sandy as well. So $497,000 on the west side of Sandy. As we hit the central area, we bump up to that $536,000 price point. And then as we come over to areas like Willow Creek, we're up on Wasatch Boulevard. We have some very prestigious neighborhoods in this area. $804,000 is our median home price. And so going back to like my vlog tour of Sandy, as I took you throughout Sandy, I mentioned as we continued east, as we've continued closer to the mountain, that those home values continue to increase for the most part. So there are some exceptions to that, but for the most part, that's what we're going to see. So coming south of those areas, when we look at South Jordan, $717,000 is our median home price. Going south into the Harriman area, $576,995. Now, I do want to point out that when I made that video of Harriman, one thing I pointed out was there's nearly a 2-to-1 ratio of single-family home versus townhome / condos. And so there is a high concentration of these townhomes and condos in Harriman. When you drive along the Mountain View corridor, you're going to see just oodles and oodles of them as you drive. And so that's going to be a part of why this home value here looks a little bit lower compared to some of these areas in the south here. So they do have Riverton and Bluffdale combined with the zip code, $607,000. And then as we head over to the Draper area, $754,000 as that median home price. And so I'm going to drag this down just a little bit so that we have West Jordan at the top of our map here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that year-over-year growth for these areas. So starting out here in the west side of West Jordan, we've seen that 2.7 negative growth. And then as we come to the other areas, we're going to fluctuate between 2.8% negative and negative 3.3%. Coming south down here, we're going to follow the same theme, negative 3.3% for the South Jordan area. Harriman at negative 4.9%, so just shy of that 5% negative. And we're going to see that same value reflected here in the Bluffdale Riverton area. Draper's going to have a negative 4.2%. And so you can see that across the board in Salt Lake County, all cities, all zip codes have registered negative growth year over year. That is going to be a home value growth. And so let me show you what's happening right now, month over month, because it's going to paint a little bit different picture. Obviously, we all know what happened over the past year, how we've seen, the market slow down with the interest rates. And so that's a reflection of that. But now we're going to take a look at month over month. So now we're going to be looking positive, and I'm going to start at the south end. We'll make our way back to the north end of Salt Lake County here. So we have 0.52%. That's our positive month over month growth. Harriman's just slightly up at 0.14%. When we come over to the far southeast corner of the Salt Lake Valley, which is Draper, 0.76%. But you're going to see that most of these areas, South Jordan, an increase of 0.64%. Our West Jordan areas are going to range between 0.39% to 0.58%. And so at this point, nothing's over even 1%. But we do have areas up here closer to or on the north end of Sandy, that's 0.79%. So let's drag this down. Let's show you the Salt Lake area and what they're experiencing as well. And you're going to see that it's pretty typical across the board. We do see areas that are just below 1% here in the Rose Park area and the greater in the Avenues area. This area on the northeast part of Salt Lake County, we have over 1%, so 1.14%. We've got these areas here that are 1%. And so that's about as strong as we're getting month over month is these 1% increases, some areas below that. But that's going to give you a quick update as far as what the values in Salt Lake County are doing, what they've done over the past year, what the current values are right now, according to Zillow, and then where we've come from the last month as well. And so that is going to wrap up this video today of looking at Salt Lake County, looking at the home values to, that way when you're looking at these map tours and you're looking at these vlogs and I'm giving you these prices, because these prices have varied, month after month, you can kind of compare apples to apples. What does this city look like compared to this city? And so, if you're thinking about making a move to Salt Lake City, Utah, or to any of the surrounding areas, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information, it's in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. And until then, I hope to see you around town.